it's Monica. I just got back from a week of vacationing, holidays with family and grandkids. And I, of course, had a whole bag of mail I had to pick up and sort through. And I have a heavy box from Amazon. I know what's in there. It's good stuff. And so I thought I'd open this with you. So first thing was to open up this training magazine, because training has a new conference and expo that's coming to Orlando in February, and we're doing a pre-conference session there. Let's see. Yes, here we are. Gamified and game-based learning designer certificate program. So Jonathan and I'll be there the weekend before training kicks off, which is the last weekend in February. Super fun, Orlando. But also, I knew, is there any magazine that you have that you read it cover to cover, right? So those aren't very frequent for me, but Training Magazine is one of those that I love every article in there. But I knew it was the November edition, and so there'd be a recap, getting a taste of tech in NOLA. So this is the recap from New Orleans, where we had Tech Learn. But also in here is the GameCon Award. So there is all the people that write GameCon and some people that won awards. So this is in the November issue. Make sure you get it. Love it, love it. Can't wait to read what I wrote. I wrote a good article here, I'm sure. Monica Cornetti, President Sententia Inc. That's me. All right, so that's fun. Training, November issue is out. You got your hard copy in the mail. They also have an online version if you don't get the hard copy, but you should. It's one of those where it's just got a wealth of information. I think, yes, here it is. The industry, they always do a survey. And so this one has the 2023 Training Industry Report in it also. So you'll want to be sure and check that out. Thank you, Lori Fairfield, and everyone at Training who puts that together. In my Amazon box is just so much fun stuff. So a bunch of little bee lights for me to put around the house and every little dark nook and cranny to lighten it up for Christmas. So that'll be fun. I also got this really fun little, it's a thing you put on your mirror and it says, "You are amazing." And I got that for my guest room mirror. And I was with my grands. I was thinking about that because I was with my grands this weekend and we're just walking down the hall. We were at Marriott in Austin, and a woman was decorating the tree and she was spending all day on it. It was gorgeous. And I asked her, I said, it looks so nice. And did you see that in your head before you designed it? How did you do all this? And she was laughing and talking with us and telling us the process. And as we're walking away then, my oldest grandson, which get emotional here, but he said to me, Grammy, you always make people smile. You always make them feel really good about themselves. That's one thing I really love about you. And of course that got me emotional. And he goes, "No, I'm serious, Grammy." And I said, "Well, that's so nice, Giuseppe. So thank you for saying that." And when you think about what we do at Sententia, we're designing corporate training, which for some people it sounds like, stick a pencil in my eye, I don't want to do it. But we got to help engage our employees, and engagement means we're going to help them be successful and feeling good about what they're doing in their roles. They feel successful. So it's our job to be having people not making things easy for them, but feeling good about who they are and the work that they're doing. It's part of our job. And at Sententia, we're always about being grateful and generous and gracious with people. So I was glad that Giuseppe noticed that. It's not something that we put on. It's who we are. It's who we are. In this heavy box from Amazon is a fantastic book. I'm so excited. It's called The New Rules of Marketing and PR. And I took a course last week from Stephen Westner's group, and it was 2 days and I loved it. I learned so much from him, and it was recommended during the call. Stephen and I have been friends, colleagues, cohorts in crime. No crime. But we worked at the small business development centers together. And so he's been a friend and supporter of me for years. So appreciate you, Stephen. And looking so forward, this book was recommended by one of the speakers, The New Rules of Marketing and PR, how to use content marketing, podcasting, social media, AI, live video, and such. So it's thick, no pictures. It'll be good. I'll let you know what I learn. I'll be sure to share it. Also, what I've been waiting for, this book weighs like 10 pounds. John Caulfield, who was the GameCon Low Tech winner in not New Orleans, in Austin last year. He won the GameCon Low Tech for our Throwdown. He won the Low Tech Award. He was our guest speaker at Game Garage last week, and he recommended this book. So, of course, I had to order it right away. Building Blocks of Tabletop Game Design, an Encyclopedia of Mechanisms. Now, at Sententia, our Chief Motivation Officer, Jonathan Peters, has identified, I think, 210 game mechanics that you can use to make your corporate training, your adult education courses more engaging. 210. But when Caulfield recommended this book, I thought, ooh, how much don't I know that I can learn yet? And so when we're thinking about gamified game-based learning design, unfortunately, this is where a lot of people start, is with the mechanisms. But that's not what makes your gamified learning program successful. What makes it successful is thinking about what is it we need? What's going to help the organization? Who are we designing for? How can we make this player-centric? And then we start designing. We don't start with the mechanisms. We don't end with the mechanism, but that's not the first thing we go to, which is what most people think gamification is, and it's not. So get it straight. We've codified the process at Sententia, and we would hope that you would join us in designing engaging, effective programs and putting an end to dry, dull, and boring forever. So thank you, John Caulfield. That was a recommendation from our Game Garage last Friday. So again, this is Monica Cornetti. I'm president at Sententia Gamification. We are on a mission to put an end to dry, dull, boring, and ineffective training programs. And we would love if you would join us. So that was my little Amazon unboxing. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and we'll see you again soon.